Look for Northern Iowa to really try to help out. They want to keep the ball out of the paint, but they're
one of the best programs in the country. Northern Iowa had a big win. It has been a solid run for Northern Iowa. They dipped a little bit and finished strong. 2-0 start for Texas.
They probably won't even send one guy to the glass. They'll just try to get 5 back and negate the transition points.
Second chance for Texas. eBay lost it. Holland helps him out. Senior from Cedar Rapids pulls up. Missed the 3. Play on. Felix the rebound. Taylor for 3. Drills it. Hot start for Texas.
Jamie reported before the game, no minute limitations. It's just going to be a matter of his conditioning.
Laird into Ridley, and one! Welcome back, Cam Ridley.
Let me just borrow him on the weekends.
That's a big deal with Texas Relays in Austin on UT's campus. Washburn draws a foul on Ridley. Blocked.
But Rhodes got a piece of that one. UNI starting out 1 of 6 in the game.
Davis turns the corner and lays it in. 11-4 Texas. 10 to shoot. Morgan kick back off the shot fake. Carlson rattles it home.
Well, you too. Ben Jacobson said they will run selectively. They'll run on turnovers. They'll push, but when they don't have it, try to run the clock.
Carlson tough floater. 5 straight for the big man from Waverly, Iowa. And again, Northern Iowa has a win over Stephen F. Austin. Second game of the year. That was their first win of the season. Washburn to a trailing Jesperson. Panthers on top.
Yeah, that's the way they have to play to win this game. They had only hit 1 3 in the first 11 minutes. Let's see if they start to get on a little bit of a roll.
10-0 run for Northern Iowa. Kendall Yancey ends it. Winner of this game faces Texas A&M.
I'm really, if that were come to pass, that's going to be a heck of a game. I just want to see the atmosphere.
Northern Iowa is going to say something about it as Jesperson. Back into the hands of Jesperson. Carlson. Over to the wing, and Jeremy Morgan nails the 3.
And he's a guy who needs to get off quickly. He's been described as has a YMCA type of game, an old man's game, but he does need to have some success.
Carlson passes on the 3 to find Morgan for 2. That's 5 straight for Morgan. 4 made 3s for Northern Iowa, helping fuel the run. Carlson off the glass.
Well, there's
Northern Iowa. Morgan attacks through the contact from Ridley. Play on, and
this Texas crowd is stunned at what's going on here.
Lambert 3 rims out. Big rebound. Holland can't finish. Finally, a bucket goes down to ends up in the hands of Bohannon for the Panthers. Northern Iowa trying to duplicate Mark's success. They won a game last year in the tournament.
Maybe, they may be one of the better programs that people don't know a lot about of.
7 NCAAs in the last 13 years for Northern Iowa. Holland attacks, kick back, Taylor. Second made 3 of the game for Isaiah Taylor. Wes Washburn attacks Lambert. Off the window, Wes Washburn takes it right at the 6'10 Lambert.
Pinned in on that right side. Washburn was up, forcing him to the sideline.
Felix attacks. Into the paint, 5 to shoot. Javon Felix, the senior from New Orleans.
On the year, they only shot 33. They can't get into a three-point shooting contest with Northern Iowa. 33% as a team.
Washburn turns the corner, lays it in. Wes Washburn attacking.
I was going to say, he's been able to go either way. He's left-handed, but went right that time. He finished left.
Deep three. Taylor knocks it down. Isaiah Taylor, an unlikely.
And it was the way that he dealt with him and with all of his players that sold Taylor on coming back for another year.
Kick out and 3 goes for Jeremy Morgan. Felix, 9 to shoot.
UNI is going to challenge them to shoot it from the perimeter. They're in a zone.
Felix, first made 3 of the game for Javon Felix. And despite the red-hot shooting first half for Northern Iowa, Texas, Isaiah Taylor's going to reset it. Junior first-team All-Big 12 performer. Kick out Felix. Second made 3 of the game for Javon Felix.
Well, and he's one of those guys that...
Taylor finds Felix again. Ebe 10 to shoot. A cutting Holland. Tap from Lammert.
And that's an area where they needed to improve. They really didn't exploit of Taylor down the other end and put him on Holland, who is not the scorer, so maybe that won't put as much pressure on him defensively.
Bohannon, first points of the second half for Northern Iowa. Come, of course, from the three-point line.
41% from 3, 83% from the free throw line. Terrific shooter.
Taylor attacks and 1. Fouls on Morgan.
Different Texas team out there.
They had a 7-point lead early before Northern Iowa went on the huge run. Holland drills it. 1-point game. And through Taylor again. Over to Davis. From 16 down in the first half, Texas has the lead.
Come out small again, but Ebe's been on the floor for 6.5 minutes in this comeback.
Taylor, lob! Texas dominant in the second half.
Taylor's been quiet, only 2 points so far in this second half.
5 to shoot here. Taylor leans in for 2. Air ball, the stick back goes from Kerwin Roach.
You know, if you get him in a little bit of an isolation.
Washburn gives it up to Bohannon. Now Jesperson in the corner. That's the second bucket of the second half for the Panthers. Both of the Panther baskets in the second half have been threes. Davis stretching from the high post to the rim.
Northern Iowa can respond to that somehow offensively.
Felix off the screen from Lammert. Felix stepping in for 2. 12 in the game now for Javon Felix.
They've been trying that high screen roll and haven't gotten much out of it until now.
Washburn attacking Taylor.
Panthers going into the zone.
Roach through the zone, off the window to put the Longhorns back up.
Finding the gap in the zone. No shot blocker behind it.
So without Washburn on the floor, can the Panthers generate offense? Back pass. Bohannon.
Great ball movement by Bohannon coming from the weak side.
Both free throws to tie it again at 62. Washburn has 4, Morgan 4, Lowhouse 3.
Dr. Smart has really mixed up the big and small lineups.
Bohannon looks like Ebe got a piece, and it goes anyway.
On that drive.
Texas A&M awaits the winner. Poked away by Morgan, stole it from Taylor. Morgan crosses over. End to end for Jeremy Morgan.
Another high pick and roll coming.
Taylor finds Davis in the corner for three. Buries it. Back to a one-point game. Carlson has to track it down. 6 to shoot. Into the hands of Bohannon. He has to attack and float. Loose ball. Lambert grabs it. Foul called on Carlson laying out.
Through the NCAA tournament, but you know, we're talking about it on the break. Texas doesn't. If I'm Northern Iowa,
Texas by 1, 3:28 to go. Northern Iowa led by 16 in the first half. Foul away from the ball. That's on Taylor. The junior from Coralville, Iowa, gets the first in St. Louis. Looking for Taylor clearing. Washman still on him. 9 to shoot. Taylor gives it up to Lambert for three. Following the miss, there's a foul over the back. On Texas, it's on Holland.
the last 9 free throws in a row now.
Taylor, Lambert off the shot fake. Gets the 2 to tie it at 69.
He's working over in the left corner.
Taylor with 7 to shoot. Takes it. eBay tapped it. Foul called against the Panthers.
Inside, people really have to block out.
Gets the 1 of 2, 1-point lead.
Do you flatten everybody out and let Washman just have the ball so you take away the double team, or do you run a pick and roll with eBay?
Washman kicked back. Carlson off the bounce attacks to put Northern Iowa up with 27.1.
Yep, they got him. They got eBay out in space. What a great play.
Texas has a timeout. Shot clock turned off. Taylor attacks. Short. Washman has the rebound. Felix gives the foul with 11.9. 2 shots for the senior from Cedar Rapids. Misses the second. Texas will have a chance to tie or win it with a 3. Taylor attacks, floats. Even at 72, 2.7 left. Last chance for the Panthers.
And he said he wouldn't take a timeout in this situation.
Jesperson, half-court heave for the win. Got it! Jesperson nails it! Northern Iowa wins it at the buzzer, 75-72. An all-time NCAA tournament shot from Paul Jesperson.
Ben Jacobson told us yesterday in that situation he would not call a timeout. They got the wrong, and that was, you know, they didn't get it as far up the court as they maybe wanted to, but what an incredible finish to this game. Game winner at the end of the Valley Conference, game winner here.
And it is officially good. Taylor ties it. Jesperson, the last second half-court heave.
Yeah, no, he definitely got it off in time. Shot of the tournament so far.
It was 2010 when the 9-seed Panthers took out number 1 seed Kansas on the way to the Sweet 16. And this moment may be just as sweet for the Panther fans.